Well, hello, my dear viewers, my dear friends. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today, I bring you the long-awaited, at least for me, chapters of Boku no Hero Academia. I've waited a week to read last week's chapter 144, and today 145 was released. At least to my knowledge, about half an hour ago. Something like that. So we begin 144 with FatGum just unleashing all of the energy he amassed into one single blow. And just look, his arms, his entire body seems almost ready to explode. As if it's already exploding almost. So the villains are just arguing about... I don't think the kamikaze attack will be for nothing, my friend. Tengai, my friend, you are very, very wrong. As stated by Kirishima, you are wrong. Okay. I was just scared. Okay, so we have a Kirishima flashback. You know what I heard the other day, apparently your quirk is able to transform leaves into other objects. Turn these leaves into 10 million yen bills. We're running a little low this month. I can't turn them into money, and even if I did, the effect would wear off shortly after. That's not a very good thing, and not a very good way to use the quirk. As long as we spend it before it reverses, it will be fine. It would upset the economy, and also he would be found out. Okay. Wait, what? How is Kirishima the guy with the hardening quirk? His quirk just lets him harden a little bit. Oh. Okay, so his quirk was underdeveloped. As long as I have a manly spirit, it doesn't matter what kind of quirk you have. The manliest of heroes, Crimson Riot, would say something like that. Okay. Oh! He knew Ashido Mina. She's from her class. She's from his class. Nice. She just... That Ashido girl is supposedly going to take the entrance exam for UA. Her physical ability is incredible and she carries herself very well. Her quirk is super strong, and just from her appearance it stands out easily. I don't remember which quirk she has. What's the quirk she has? Compared to the past, the standards for heroes have changed quite a bit, you know. It's all about entertainment value and fan approval ratings and stuff. Ashido fits the mold of today's heroes, that's why she's well suited for it. Comparing with a person like me, I've just got this hardening quirk, and to be honest, I'm a little dull. That's very cool to see that he trained his quirk. It's very, very nice to see this. As long as you have a manly spirit, okay, the same phrase, the only way I can make up for this quirk is by giving everything I have into training my body and developing my manly spirit. Okay. I haven't really made my mind yet. Oh, but he has the survey. Academic Aspirations Survey UA Hero. He's possibly read UA Hero's course. It's what I gathered. I know it sounds lame, but when I look at someone like Ashido, I can't help to think myself, if I just had a flashier, stronger quirk, would I then have the confidence to say that I'm aiming for the hero department? Okay. Why is this guy forecasting the weather? the hero officer of Springer. Where is it? Could you please tell me? Ooh. Oh God. This will be Kirishima's awakening, I'm sure of it. I mean, it's plain well damn it is. Just go around that corner over there, a left onto the main road, and then it'll be 2 kilometers in that direction. Thank you, everything is for the Lord. Oh God, a fanatic. If you hadn't come, we would have definitely been killed. Okay. So it's not Kirishima's awakening, yet. There's no way mediocre kids like us could become heroes. This spring there was a lot of talk of incident where a middle schooler stood up to a really strong villain. That's all that was really reported on, but according to the perpetrator's own account, shortly before All Might had appeared, another middle schooler, perhaps a friend, had jumped in to help him. Okay, so this Red Riot fella, he's probably important. Could he be Kirishima's father? I don't know. I don't remember if we know Kirishima's parents, actually, now that I think of it. If I can't jump in to help others when they're in a pinch, I'm not manly at all. I am nothing. And this Scratch is the first choice for the aspiration survey. Kirishima, the hardening guy, was broken once. I've began liking Kirishima all the more in these last few chapters. He's a cool guy. I liked him before. He was a very cool and flashy guy. Always speaking of being... He was almost kinda like... He had the same sort of spirit as Midoriya, in a way. Not necessarily equal, but in a way. He was always pushing himself and helping others push themselves to their limits, so that they could try and be better each day. He's that sort of inspirational guy, and I can see why now, because once he himself was also broken. I'm very eager to see how he awakens and how he realizes how pitiful he looks now, because he was able to pull himself from the gutter and rise to be the hero he is today, or the aspiring hero he is today, but then he let himself fall short again. But apparently this is it for chapter 144. 15 pages, it was a small chapter. Okay, no matter, a small one but a good one, so let us move on to the next, which starts right after that, chapter 145, Red Riot 2. Okay, so he erases his school of choice, Yue. But when things are actually getting scarier, when you're really forced to put your life on the line, your real nature comes forth. Those who can face danger and risk their lives, and one can still take action despite that, can become heroes. I've said he had a spirit similar to Midoriya, but even his flashback is similar to Midoriya, because he had a hero he looked up to. He was quirk. He had a quirk from the beginning. He was not like Midoriya in that sense, but he had a guy who he looked up to, and he thought he could never meet his expectations. Kirishima, I like you. I like you a lot, good sir. Ow. My mom says that when my quirk first emerged, I accidentally scratched my eye. So apparently for a while after that, I kept crying that I hated my own quirk. It's not an amazing story or anything, but looking back on it now, I think that's what started it all. I found another person with a similar quirk as mine who used it proudly as he laid his life on the line as a hero. Yeah, I do think that Crimson Riot is his father, in some way. In comparison to other heroes, many see you as much more reckless in your actions, Mr. Crimson. In light of that, do you ever feel any fear when throwing yourself at first into danger? Who do you think I am? Of course I do. Okay, a sensible hero. Anyone who isn't afraid of throwing themselves into certain dead situations is either really dumb or they're a bleep. When I was a sidekick, there were lives I could have saved but couldn't. I am aware it is inevitable. With the continuously rising crime rate, it's just impossible. That's not what I mean. Okay. Oh no, wait. This was the journalist and then he interrupted. I had hesitated for a moment. I wasn't able to save them because my spirit and resolve were weak. I'm also afraid of villains and of dying. There's something I've learned that's even more terrifying. The last expressions on the faces of who have perished, the pain of not being able to save them. Because I know that terror, I'm able to dive into the battlefield. Ooh. What does manliness mean to you? The state of your heart. Being manly has nothing to do with gender. Having confidence or knowing no fear, it's not about that at all. I protect people because I'm a hero. Once you have that decision set in your heart, you dedicate your life to that cause. It's about living without regrets. That's what being manly means to me. Very well, he decided to once again rewrite UA Hero Academy in his application survey. And look at that, in celebration of One Piece's 20th anniversary, we see his friend with a straw hat. The guy who writes Boku no Hero Academia, which I don't know his name at all. Kohei Horikoshi, you are the man. I butchered your name, but still you are the man. And also, this chapter will be extra short. There's no turning back for me, I have decided. I'm sorry, back then I was watching what happened to YouTube and I was too scared to move. They're just like, who are you? It's totally fine, anyone would be scared in that situation. Mina's just amazing, that's all. And then he started training like all hell. They kinda developed a rivalry relation between the two of them. I mean, not literally, but she was with him in some paths along the way. And of course he developed this quirk along the way. Very, very nice. What the heck is that hair? You're going for high school debut, it's a horn. You got a horn just like me. Unleashing the old pathetic me. That moment must have been tough on you in some ways. Yes, so what? Don't get so worked up. You keep up that gloomy face and you'll never be able to ditch the old you. When you finally manage to surpass your inner Kirishima, make sure to come and tell me, okay? Because I'm just dying to tell the whole school about Mr. High School debut. Okay, I've had a lot of frightening experiences in my life before, but those experiences didn't even compare to my real fear. The fear of falling back into those times, the reverting to my old self. Oh, so he found a fear. He found something he fears more than simply villains or dead. He's afraid of himself, sort of. He's He's afraid of his whole self. I mean, I think that's something we can all relate to. Who, and at any point in their lives, hasn't looked back and said, "Damn, how I was back then. I really don't want to go back to the way I was." Either we changed for the better. I mean, change may always be for the better, or we really had a bad past, or just some unfortunate situation. But who among us hasn't thought that way, hasn't feel the same way Kirishima does? That's why, oh my god, Kirishima, you're so relatable. Ugh. That's why I don't want to regret anything ever again. I am gonna become a hero that protects others. You lose because no one paid any heed. Neither I nor you guys. Maximum barrier size and strength. He's useless. He's going to break it. To the manliness of the hero named Red Riot. And FatGum breaks the barrier with one punch, one hit KO. Victory attained by diving into certain death. Next issue, color, chapter, cover. I almost said One Piece. Boku no Hero Academia chapter 145 ends. Next week, we will see the aftermath of this battle. Will FatGum recover his fat in the blink of an eye, or does he need anything else to recover it? Does he need to eat? Does he need to wait for a while? And what will be the next battle? So that makes 5 of the 8 precepts of death defeated. I mean, 2 are definitely out of the commission. The other 3 were just kind of immobilized. So they may still return, but I don't think so. So we have 3 precepts left. I don't think we will have another tag battle. So the other 3 might be faced alone. There might be one-on-one battles from now on. Otherwise, they'll just be easily defeated in 3 or 4 chapters. Like, this fight lasted for 4 chapters. It began on chapter 142, and it ended now on 145. So that's 4 chapters in total. And the one with Sun Eater versus the other 3 also ended quite fast, and they all followed a similar pattern, which I don't really want to see in the next fights, because on Sun Eater's fight we saw how he was all gloomy and stuff, why he was like that. He was like that ever since he was a kid. Then he met Lemillion, and he met Mirio, and everything turned out to the brighter side. And then he out of nowhere he got a new power-up. Not really a new power-up, but his resolve was set, and his mind was set, and he was able to power up himself without necessarily gaining any new power. He was able to power up his heart and mind into doing that thing. And now we saw sort of the same with Kirishima, how he was able to dive into a certain death situation to allow for FatGum to deal the final blow. And we had Kirishima's flashback as well. I'm not complaining, as I've said in this video. I loved Kirishima's flashback. Kirishima is a character that has been beginning to grow in my consideration. He might even make it to my top favorite characters of Boku no Hero Academia, which, to be honest, is a topic I haven't really considered all that much, despite the fact that Boku no Hero Academy is 145 chapters long, and I've been following almost ever since the beginning. Yeah, I don't have a top favorite characters of Boku no Hero Academia. Gotta take care of that, but not today. In fact, today the video is all but ended. I say my goodbyes to you. I wish you all a fantastic weekend. Next week we have on Monday Fairy Tail and the 7 Deadly Sins. Fairy Tail's second to last chapter. It's coming fast, guys. It's coming real fast. I've seen some info on that chapter. Sadly, I was image spoiled. I saw an image I should have not seen, and I regret it. I didn't force it upon myself. I was scrolling down on Facebook, and bam, there it was. It was too late to scroll down, and I kinda. But I'm gonna try and forget it. If I can't, well, at least I'll try to review the chapter as early as I can before any more spoilers make it into the internet. As for the 7 deadly sins, we will see. But this is it for now, my dear friends, my dear viewers. I say my goodbyes to you once again, and I wish you all a fantastic weekend. Bye bye.